Dear Mr Vice-Chancellor,
I'm writing to give you a little background and insight into the life and struggles as a member of support staff working within the university. I would like to start off by saying I love my job, the people I work with and the customers I serve every day.
To help you understand, I will give you a little background of my life.
I came to Birmingham 10 years ago to escape domestic violence with nothing but clothes I stood in and a suitcase for my child, not knowing where I would be living or how I would provide for my child.
I spent 3 months living in a women's refuge, relying on state handouts and the generosity of the charity who ran the refuge.
I have worked hard all my life to provide for myself and my children, as you have also. As you can imagine, going from having everything I needed to a nice home and a job I love, friends and family around me, to nothing was extremely difficult. I moved into my property with nothing but a second-hand mattress. I have gone without for my children and have what they needed for them to enjoy luxuries that I couldn't otherwise afford. Working my back to a decent standard of living, and it was damn hard.
I started to work for the university 4 years ago and felt very lucky to have gotten a job at such a wonderful place.
My father was very poorly and needed an operation. My mother was sat down and told he may not survive.
I don't have a chauffeur-driven car and could not afford the £30 train fare that you earn in 8 minutes to go and give my mother support and to see my father for the last time. 3 days later, he passed away. I did not get to say my goodbyes.
I work a 36-hour week term time contract, with the university taking home after stoppages £977.96.
A little over what you earn in 4 hours.
From this salary, I pay £380 a month rent,
£85 a month council tax,
£80 a month electric,
£60 a month gas,
£40 a month water,
£13 a month television licence,
£112 a month travel for myself and my child to get to work and school,
£260 a month childcare costs during school term.
This rises to £125 a week during school holidays.
If you have a calculator at hand, you will see I'm already in the red and still have not bought any food or personal items.
So as you can see, my income clearly does not cover my outgoings. I have took out loans to make ends meet. I have lived on my staff dinner only, so I could feed my children. I have used food banks on a regular basis. At Christmas I rummage charity shops to look for half-decent presents for my children, still being careful not to spend too much.
Yet I came here for a better life, to escape my struggles, but have walked into a different kind of struggle, poverty. Left with no option, I have had to take out a second job, working a further 20+ hours a week to be able to eat and pay other bills, such as telephone, etc., as well as debts I have accumulated from trying to live a basic life.
Just to give you an insight into my working week and time spent with my child.
My alarm goes off at 5 a.m. on a Monday morning.
I leave my home at 7 a.m, taking my son to his childcare setting for 7:30. I arrive at the university at 8:15 to start my 8-hour shift. Finishing late most days, I start my journey home picking up my now very tired child on the way. By the time we arrive home, it's now 7 p.m, my child is worn out after tea and bath and is in bed by 8 p.m, leaving me with no quality time together. This routine is repeated all week until Friday. I wake as usual at 5 a.m.
Today is my short day, so hopefully I finish on time so that I can be the person picking up my child. This is not to be. There is lots to be done, so I stay late and finish my tasks. I then rush to collect my child, followed by my grandchild.
Once home, I do the usual tasks, kiss them goodnight and await my grown-up daughter to arrive. 8 p.m, I then leave my home to work my second job, arriving home at 8 a.m. My daughter then goes to work and I have my child and hers on no sleep, and I do the normal mum-nan routine, taking them extracurricular clubs, etc. Then, when my daughter returns again at 9 p.m, I leave to work my second job.
Sunday morning, I arrive back at around 8 am and my day is repeated as before, until finally at around 10 p.m, I finally get to sleep for the first time since 5 am Friday morning.
Knowing that in 7 hours' time my alarm will be ringing again for my next working week.
You see, I have very little time to spend with my child, and he is missing out because I am left with no choice
I have to work 2 jobs to pay basic bills. This is not a life I choose. This is a life I'm given no choice in.
So to end this letter, I would like to challenge all senior high earning management within the university and yourself to swap your incomes and outgoings for 1 month. Put yourselves truly in our shoes, the catering shoes that we now have to pay for ourselves due to more cutbacks.
Then ask yourselves, are support staff valued, respected and rewarded as they should be?
I understand the bank balance is not bottomless pit, and I understand the need to invest in the university. But what I don't understand is how you can justify taking a hefty bonuses whilst other staff members can't afford the basic necessities.
All I ask for on behalf of all support staff
is that you rethink the pay scales to make it not only fair,
but also to improve people's lives, their well-being and their families.
We give all to the university, no matter what our home situations. But are we getting a fair deal in return?
Yours sincerely, a member of support staff at UOB.